Okay guys, let us have a look at the markets.
Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. This is your first time here. I'm the big fella Scruff and about to put my money where my mouth is. Now bear with me because I'm about to drop a trade in because this is pretty much ready. There we go. Just put a first order in. Now it hasn't retraced up as far as I would like, but that's not to say that it won't. This is going to be a quick burst trade. Now let me just work on this a second. Right, okay, that's maybe it's a bit too ambitious on the target. Just going to target into there for now. That'll do. Okay, let me put this into context for you. If you haven't been here before, it's always chaotic. Every day is chaotic in here because everything I do is live, and it's normally well, there's no script to it, so it's just me and my job. But I'm trying to keep up with the guys in the Discord as well. And this morning we had a very good chat, and it's a good salute to everyone that's in there, to be honest, because we did have a great chat today, which is this, which processing up, where we discussed the DAX, position sizes, familiarity with various markets. And I've done a chart read for them because I promised that I would. And in that chart read, I explained exactly what I'm going to be doing right now, what you're going to see, and my reasons behind it. Okay, and then in this call, which they'll get the replay here when it's ready. They can replay it if they wish, but these calls are Zoom live. I then analyze it. Now I do back these things up with biases, so they can always see what it is we're looking at. So it is a sell. At the time it was no trade. It's now 9:30 and it's kind of coming into play now. Could be better, but I just want to put my money where my mouth is. And that's what that sheet is. So they know I'm looking for a sell. On the video, they know exactly the criteria I'm looking for, etc., etc. And one of the discussions, which is actually what I'm doing now, is going into market a bit early. However, I could see that it was holding on this level. I wanted it to get to about here. But the opportunity is there to get a quick trade in, let it retrace back up here, and then come back to market. Now, if I'm paid enough, I won't need to. Okay, so what's the premise? Let's have a look. Go out to the hourly. The premise is actually this here. It's a wonderful drive. It's a super drive. And we've got consolidation. Now, there are three phases to a fib. There is the drive, the consolidation, and then the reaction. Okay. Now, this reaction seems to be to the downside. In other words, retrace into this. Now, these blue lines are key points of attraction that are marked on the chart. It's already been to 1. I'm expecting it to get through and then come down to the next level, which is here. And where's that? Well, it's in between 2 points of attraction, so it's a decent target. And that target is worth 272 if I hold it that long. Pretty good. Now, that's the only trade running. There's no tickets. And yesterday you saw me do that. So let's see if we can get something out of this. Do drop bits and pieces down in the comments. If you're stuck, my contact details are there. And what you'll find is I'll bring those comments up inside a video. Give you a little shout out, that sort of thing. This channel is driven by you guys. Yes, it is my job, and what you see is what you get, but ask and I'll try and put some clarification into it. And who knows, if I start seeing the channel grow, I'll start doing more Ask Scruff live streams. It didn't go down very well, and there was no point carrying on. But if I see a decent amount of people wanting it, I'll bring it back. But it's like everything else. Support the channel, I'll support you. How's that? Right, let's play this out. I'll come back to you shortly. Okay guys, looks like this is done. I was looking to see if there was signs to see if it would slam down, but it's pretty much slowed down now. So I'm just going to give it a rest. So what have we got? Nothing running. No tickets. And there we go. So what's that for a couple of hours work or a few hours work? So it's 40 plus 830 plus 6120 plus 1260 plus 101. 223 for a morning's work. I can live with that, guys. I can definitely live with that. All right. It's not the best payday in the world, but it's not the worst one either. And this is something we touched on this morning. Yeah. What are we trying to do as traders? We're just trying to be sort of paid in some respect. Now, what does the payment give us? Well, it gives us freedom. Freedom of choice, freedom of time, things like this. But what does money do to the trade? Well, if you put money into the equation first, you probably force the trades too much. But if you put the process into place, and then you just repeat the process over and over and over, what you find is the job looks after itself, in the sense your wages will naturally come. I've done pretty well this morning on a small account that I'm doing, which is a funder account. In other words, you might have seen it in some of the other videos. It's about growing an account from nothing, and literally is, because I opened it with 500 quid, and if you bear with me, I've just finished off putting something. Let me flick this back over. Oh, dear me, dear me, dear me. Just flick this over. So, this is the funder. Start with 500 quid, and it's growing. I grew this thing by a colossal 67% last month. This one's already at 14% for May. So if I look at May here, and I use this spreadsheet all the time. It's a fantastic sheet because it works everything out for me. You know, we now up to, well, we were 74p. So that wants to be 78 for the next set of wins. And why? Because collectively they've already made my position to increase. Now, if I pull this down, you might be able to see it a little bit. Just drag it down. There you go. There's the pot. So happy days. So I'm quite happy with that. You know, and I'll do an update on this again at the end of the month. Just so you can see how it goes. But what's the difference between my wage account and that fund builder? Nothing. Not a thing. The process is identical. The only difference is the bid size. Now, as you get a bigger account, that bid size can become a problem because the big numbers rack up really quick, and it doesn't half play up here, which is why I keep my position sizes relatively small to the size of the account. You know, fund builder's got no other choice. I've got to invest about 5% into a trade, which isn't a problem, not really. You know, because I only trade once or twice a day. So I'm not putting that much on the table, but then I manage it so that it's in a way that the odds are in my favor all the time. Different way of looking at things. Anyway, so that's today's trade. Just carrying on from what I said I would do for the guys this morning, because that's something I believe in. If I say I'm going to do it, I will do it. When you see the sort of strange way that I live my life, everything you see, I back up, you know, simple way. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.